Welcome to Transformational Vedic Astrology. I'm Michael Mastro, and today we're going to look at the chart for Arnold Swartzenagger. He was born July 30th, 1947, 4:10 a.m. in Tal, Australia. And if you look to the eastern horizon when he was born, you see the constellation associated with Gemini rising at 26 degrees and 14 minutes. This becomes the most effective point of every house, and any planet that's close to that, like Mars or Jupiter, uh, it's within 5 degrees, so it has a lot of impact in the chart. So, what we're going to do is we'll see how the planets are operating. So, the first thing is Gemini is the sign that only has Rahu and Ketu as functional malefics. Now, that means that they, at some point, may cause harm. These are the elliptical planets, and throughout time, there have been eclipses where some darkness comes in everyone's life. So they can, at some point, cause harm when they are aspecting or in conjunction with any other planet that's within 5 degrees. Or in the transit chart, when they get close to the most effective point, say with anywhere from 22 degrees to say the 29 or 1 degree, then they can afflict 6 out of the 12 houses, and we'll look at that. Now, let's look and see about the strength of each of the planets. Now, in Transformation Vedic Astrology, we are looking primarily at the multrikona signs. Each planet, many of the planets rule 2 houses, but we're only looking at the multrikona signs. So you look at these numbers in the houses. Each one of these houses affects some aspect of our life. If we were looking at home life, we would look at the 4th house. If we're looking at relationships, we'd look at the 7th. Career, we'd look at the 10th, etc. So wherever you see one of the multrikona signs, which are 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, and 11, that's what he came here to work on in this life. So he came here to work on wealth and recognition and continuation of the marital bond. He came to work on business and communication through acting. He came to work on his home life, property, vehicles. He came to work on investments, children and education. He came to work on relationships and partnerships. He came to work on good fortune and religion and government. He came to work on income. So those are the main things he's working on at this life. So let's look at the strength and the placement of the planets. Sun is at 12 degrees, almost 13 degrees. It is ruling the house of business and communication. This is the house of acting, performing arts, also the bodybuilding. So it's placed in the house of fame. So it says that he would have fame through his acting, through his bodybuilding, through Sun is politics, so all of those things. Now, Sun is debilitated in the Devamsa chart. So you see here it's debilitated. So it says that he didn't get good support from his father. His father was in the military and didn't approve of his bodybuilding and the other things he was doing. In fact, he favored his other son, his older brother, more. But yeah, Sun gives that success to politics, leadership. Now, because it's debilitated, he does have some heart issues, had some operations. Sun is also representing the body, so focus on the bodybuilding. Yeah, that's it. So Moon is at 10 degrees. It is ruling the house of wealth and fame and placed in the house of partnerships. So it says that he can get wealth and fame through working with the public, and he was governor and working with the government and consulting with other people. He got good support. He was very close to his mother, Moon, his mother, and Moon is in this house of relationships. So there's some very emotional. Moon is emotion, mind, so it affects his relationships. Um, Mars is at 26 degrees. Moon is fairly strong in his chart. So working with the public, it got that strength from the moon. Mars is at 26 degrees, which is close to the most effective point. It's ruling the house of income, but it's placed in the houses of losses and expenses and prison and hospitalization. So Mars, you can look at different. We'll be looking at accidents and things like that, but basically it gives income through action movies. Mars is sports, competition, action movies, military. Gave him courage to move to foreign lands, and he was in bodybuilding contests in foreign lands. He was in prison for a week when he went AWOL from the military to go participate in one of these bodybuilding contests. And it's also affected some accidents and hospitalization. Mercury's at 24 degrees, also close to the most effective point. Ruling the house of happiness, home life, vehicles, property. He has a lot of property. Business, buy, sell, trade. It's in the house of life purpose, longevity, and health. So, yeah, he got happiness through home life, property, vehicles. Let's see here. And let's see. It made him also very critical. So bodybuilding and acting, he's a bodybuilding critic, acting critic. So Jupiter, 24 degrees, also close to the most effective point. It's placed in the house of investments, entertainment, acting, and it's ruling the house of partnerships. So also it has to do with law and so politics as well, government. So anybody that's successful in entertainment industry and politics, it's through who you know to move up the ladder. So partnerships, relationships, very important. So let's see here. He also was mentoring others in bodybuilding, so it gives him the ability to teach. Venus is at 3 degrees. So any planet that's less than 5 or more than 25 is said to be in old age or very young. And in young people, infants cannot protect or promote their own significations as well as older people. And so Venus is wife. Venus is also acting, and it is ruling the house of entertainment, creativity, investments, and in the house of fame and separation from wife. So all of that, I think. And K2 is afflicting Venus, so it's within 5 degrees of, and so that brings in deception, affairs, things like that. 1, 2, 5, 6. Okay, so that's that. Separation from wife. Saturn is at 18 degrees, ruling the house of good fortune, placed in the house of wealth and fame and continuation of the marital bond. Gave him great discipline to work hard with his bodybuilding and in politics. It's also the planet of service. So yeah, gave him good fortune through all of that. Rahu is desire, ambition, and it is again, Rahu Ketu aspecting Venus, giving ambition for acting, ambition for politics, and but it also involved drugs. So Rahu is feeling separate. He was not really accepted by his father because of bodybuilding, and he took anabolic steroids to build his body. He had sexual addictions, which caused the infidelity. So all of those things, and K2 is insights into health and bodybuilding, insights into um, things like that. So those are how the planets are operated. Let's look at the timing of events, because not everything happens all at once. He won Mr. Universe in 1967 during a Venus-Mercury period. Mercury is in this house of body, and Venus is beauty, beautiful body, through the bodybuilding. Then his father had a coronary in 1972 during a Sun period. Sun represents father and heart. Married, he got married when he's to Maria Shriver in 86 during a Mars period. Mars is gain of wife. And then he had heart surgery in April of 97 during a Rahu period, Rahu's hospitalization. Got elected, and I got a lawsuit in 03 during Rahu period, Rahu Venus. So Venus, remember, it's afflicted, and so causes can cause legal issues. Let me just see. Rahu. Oh, so Rahu losses and expenses. Okay, and then he got an accident in 06, a motorcycle accident during Rahu's Sun. Rahu's hospitalization. Sun is the body. Then secrets came out about his affair with the housekeeper, and he had a love child, and that was in May of 2011 during a Jupiter Rahu period. So Jupiter is child, and secrets about the child coming out, and Rahu is secrets. It's also deception through affairs from his wife, and so that, and then also at that in the transit chart, K2 was close to the most effective point, and it was afflicting the 12th house, which is the hospital, which is losses, separation from family, from wife. So it's Rahu and K2 afflicting 6 out of the 12 houses when they become close to the most effective point. I think they were at 21 degrees. Let's just see real quick. If you look at the transit chart, the outer circle is where the planets were in May of 9th of 2011, transiting, and then the inner circle is where the planets were when he was born. So you see Rahu and K2 are at 29 degrees, which is 3 degrees from the most effective point. So they're afflicting relationship. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The south. 8, 9. And then K2 is afflicting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Family, end of family. 6, 7. Debts. 8, 9. This is death-like experiences, high drama, so the secrets being revealed. So all of that. And then he had one more open heart surgery in 2018 during a Jupiter period. So that during that period, Venus, it was a Venus Rahu period. Rahu again, hospitalization, and then Rahu is afflicting Sun. Sun is heart. So these are the timing of events. What could we do to strengthen this chart? So uh, we can strengthen all of the planets with the Kavash, which is a locket containing the Devata yantras, very powerful, more powerful than gemstones. Um, for all the planets in his chart, Mars, Venus, Sun, Moon, all of those planets. And he can give to charities for Rahu and Ketu. Listen to spiritual chants for Rahu and Ketu, Shiva chants for Rahu, Ganesh chants for Ketu. Can help spiritual organizations for Ketu, and Rahu helping people that cannot help themselves. And he's involved in a lot of charities, so he's already doing many of those things. But then other things that could be done is wearing the colors for each planet, reds for Mars, greens for Mercury, whites for Venus, orange for Sun, white for Moon. These would also be helpful. So thank you for listening to this reading on Arnold Schwarzenegger. If you're interested in getting a reading, you can go to services at vastucreations.com, and there's different types of astrology readings there. Or if you want to learn transformational Vedic astrology, which I feel is the most accurate, I've studied many types of Vedic astrology, you can go to American Institute of Vastu.com and take the astrology course and become certified. Thank you for listening.